take 5 months of planning to do this. 5 months it takes us to go all the vendors and all the logistics to go into this, book the bands, and then we had to turn that around in 48 hours, so it was quite a challenge, but luckily we work with complete pros here in the city, all the city services, all the vendors we work with, the Got to BNC, the shop local, the art market. Everybody had the greatest attitude about it, and everybody was just really, at the end of the day, excited just to have the event go on. So I think that was the most important part, is that we're still on, and we could have easily, if we were outside, been getting soaked all weekend, but instead we were able to get the show on as scheduled.
Going into year 3 of now a 6-year contract, I think we all knew at some point weather may have been an issue. I think we blew them away on how quickly we were able to get the contingency plan enacted, literally within about 48 hours. This is a music festival. At the end of the day, there's a lot of great festival components to it, but we had to be very cognizant of the musicians, their equipment, the ability to play outside in inclement weather. And we're glad that we made the decision. It worked out. And I think really it's a testament to this building. 500,000 total square feet, a lot of different space to work with, a lot of flexibility, great staff. They worked overnight. We had people that stayed up almost 2 straight days. Team partnership the entire time.
The rain kind of is damp, and some of the crowds may be down, but everybody that's here is having a wonderful time.
It's wonderful to be here at this year's Bluegrass Festival. The music is wonderful, the crowds are great, and we're all inside where it's dry.
We were a bit disappointed when we first heard about the weather forecast, and when we decided to come anyway today, we're like, all right, we'll check it out. But how are they going to have all the bands separate? How are they going to have the same experience but separated halls? The experience was just the same as we had last year.
They've maybe been to the exhibit hall once, but now they're able to go and explore this whole building. And you walk into a room upstairs in our youth stage, and you're like, wow, I didn't even know this existed. So I think it's given our community, our visitors, a real chance to explore the whole convention center, go open the ballroom, get a different feel. So you go into a ballroom and you get to feel a little bit more elegance. So then you go downstairs in the exhibit hall, and then you feel a complete new feel. When you walk down that escalator and you see 5,000 people sitting there, and you see what we created in about a day and a half, it's pretty amazing.
I feel like the whole town is really into the festival, which is cool that someone supports Bluegrass besides the Bluegrass players. I just come to play my showcases and jam until I fall down. So
that's about it. It was our first time here.
Yeah.
Since it's been in Raleigh. Compared to where it was in Nashville in the past, that if they would have had rain and stuff like they had now, that there's no way they could have moved all the shows inside and be able to accommodate for us. So I think it worked out great.
I live near Charlotte, and I'm here to experience this for the first time, and it's really great. We've seen and heard some great bands, and seen some local artists that are very impressive.
The vendors we didn't have anybody cancel. That was the coolest part. I think looking into this planning, we thought, well, if we're going to move it inside, we're going to get some people that aren't going to, they may say, well, I'm not going to come this weekend. But actually, they thought it was even better. They thought, wow, I've never been in the convention center before to sell. And so it is really, instead of being so spread out, now we went vertical. And so instead of having to walk from here 4 blocks down, now you just get on an escalator and just go up and go to the next level. So I think the vendors have been great. They've sold a lot of product this weekend, the merchants, and that's what it's all about.
We're pleased to be here for the 3rd annual Wide Open Bluegrass Festival. It's a great event for North Carolina agriculture, our companies in North Carolina. It's just a great event for the whole state. Our companies get exposed to folks from all over the world.
Fortunately, we're able to move into the convention center this weekend instead of being out in the rain. So very pleased that we get to hear the music all around us.
Being a part of the Goodness Grows is one of the opportunities they give us to show our product to a wide variety of the coming traffic that's coming in for the city.
Right here at the Bluegrass Festival, we're having a blast out here. This is the best festival of the year, right here in Raleigh.
This is probably the most fun show of the year. I do this off and on throughout the year, and the Bluegrass show is it's the most fun. It has the best music and food, and it's just a great opportunity and great experience.
I love to come because I get an education about all the music, the variety of bluegrass music that is out there. There are several kinds of bluegrass. And also I learned the business side of how the industry works. And just this morning I learned about the history, the 50-year history of bluegrass music in our country.
I'll be back next year and the year after that and the year after that, and if they'll have it, the year after that.
I think we have a full-blown contingency program. We've got 3 more years of this event contracted. The hope is that it goes beyond that. We do know, being in the September-October months, it is hurricane season, so we'll know how to do it immediately next time. I think the bigger opportunity now is there's a lot of people that like this setup, so now we're going to have to find the best of this, the best of the street fest out on Fayetteville Street, and figure out if there's a way to fuse some things together and come out with an even better event in 2016.